Hello and welcome to week 6 of the ALTTPR League. We have a race tonight between norskmatty and SuperRando bros. I am Hitman. Joining me in the booth is Immortal Koi.
Hello. Yeah, this is my first time commentating, so I'm excited.
It's a good mode to start out with open. Nice and simple.
Yeah, that's a lot better than I was looking at cross keys and I was like, I don't want to do that for my first time.
Yeah, it's a lot of information.
And it looks like Rando Babies is at 24 points. So a deadly case of explosions needs to get some wins, huh?
Yeah, Rando Baby's looking to cement their spot in the playoffs. We only have 1 week left after this one. Should be getting started soon here. And here we go. Immediate divergence. Nice find to Link's house, the hammer.
Sync, what's a start that you like to do, Hitman?
I like the start that SuperRando Bros is doing here with the uncle start. How about you?
I've been kind of a fan of the, I don't know what its official name is, but I like to call it the modified sync start, where you start at Link's house first, and then you save and quit, just to, if there's something at Link's house, it helps a lot, that you don't miss it.
Yeah, in this case, you have the hammer, so you'd have an immediate weapon.
Bombs.
Ooh, nice bush crab there, 8 bombs.
Yeah, some early bombs is really nice.
Piece of heart, and it looks like SuperRando Bros is going to go into the front of Escape. It's what I would usually do if I get a weapon to start off.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good chance that the opponent could put off Hyrule Castle for a while, so he might get something out of this that norskmatty might put off.
$20 at the mushroom spot.
And a glove, the drop down. That's pretty nice. So I think that the norskmatty, since he doesn't have the hammer, he might miss out on going to the Dark World. So we'll have to double back to Kakariko potentially.
Yeah, if a Moon Pearl shows up in CAC, that'll be a nice advantage for Super Rando Bros.
Yeah, he'll be able to do that if he wants on his first trip to CAC.
We have the flippers and blindside out.
Yeah, I don't always like to see those flippers on early like that. Just it kind of makes you think of Zora or doing the water checks, which takes some time.
Notice two early flippers like to show up in Agassides. And we have our map check there. I saw a green pendant at Hera. That's all I saw, though.
I think it was all pendants. That's a good sword.
Always nice to get a sword early on.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was all pendants or not.
We'll have to see on the map check on Super Rando Bros side. I don't believe he's done one yet.
Okay, Crystal Desert. And they got a good, like a early bow. Don't like it for pendant Eastern.
You
Yeah,
always like
nothing
to
too
see a
useful.
crystal. You always like to see a crystal Eastern Palace when you get that early bow.
Yeah, that's always really nice. You can just get that out of the way.
And there it is, the single arrow.
I think Norse Manny is in go mode then from that, right? It does look like Super Rando Bros got the 8 bomb drop from the crab.
Yeah, he didn't check the crab pole, the crab bush. Just a shield at the race game, so we won't be seeing that. There was 300 on the library that we can't get to. Would be nice to have right now.
Yeah, you're most likely gonna have to go to Zora without the money.
There was 10 bombs and blindside out though, so
Oh yeah, there you go.
good for Super Rando Bros there. norskmatty heading for the South Shore.
So far, execution-wise, looking the same. I mean, there's not much you can really tell right now, but I don't see any pumping or anything.
Yeah, this early game, you're just looking for Dark World access as quick as you can get it. Right now, we just need a Moon Pearl.
Yeah, so far it's been pretty good. It's not gonna be like a late glove or something. Like they're just looking for Moon Pearl. And I don't don't think there was anything in Hyrule Castle, so that kind of didn't pay off. Now norskmatty can potentially just skip it.
And there's our Moon Pearl, as well as a lamp. So we won't be seeing any dark rooms today without the lamp.
I would almost be tempted to just skip Ice Rock Cave, go straight to the Dark World, but the flippers could lead to something.
Yeah, maybe hope you can come back with a flute later on, or boots.
Yeah, just get to the quicker checks, because this takes a lot of time. Go straight to Hype Cave.
But on the plus side too, you're not isolating the check.
Yeah.
We are getting ever closer to Zora money. However, if you do make the Zora play, that puts you in a rough spot for a potential pod play.
Yeah, money-wise.
Because we do have the bow, hammer, and lamp, so pod is fully in logic.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't think I've seen any money drops or anything, like prize pools. So money could be tight. And we've already got one of the 300s locked by boots.
And we saw a 50 on Highly Island locked by the mirror.
Yeah, the tier 1 was 5. So that's 20. And then SuperRando Bros gets the 8-bomb drop.
Probably hoping for 20 rupees, but
Yeah,
finds out it's 8 bombs.
red rubies there would be super nice.
And unfortunately, we don't have a boomerang or a hook shot to check what our stun prize is yet. So for norskmatty here, hoping to get a little bit of money in Waterfall Ferry.
Wow,
Does get
mitts.
mitts. That's a nice find.
That's a really nice find to have the mitts and the hammer before Dark World.
SuperRando Bros thought about a save and quit there, but
Looks like he's got to isolate the Zora.
yeah, I wonder if this is faster or if it would have been faster to save and quit. Probably about the same.
Yeah, probably.
But both our runners heading into the Dark World at the same spot. So now the question is, how long does it take SuperRando Bros to get the mitts?
Yeah, that's gotta feel bad. And the mirror. So he
Mirror
can,
is nice to have. He can tie it in with a catfish check.
yeah, now he has a really good way to tie it in. If he does it. I don't think he did hobo, so he could just do that right now. Yeah, that paid off really, really good for him.
I think he almost forgot for a second there and then realized it as he was walking by.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's a bit
Super
of a
Enterprise is
time
definitely
save
looking
there.
more. Yeah. Yeah, he's looking more efficient with his route, getting that mirror. And he's gonna have the money for Zora. That could be something really good for him.
And from our map check before, it looks like we have red crystals at Ice Palace and Turtle Rock, and our other pendant is Thieves Town.
I don't like seeing Pendant Thieves Town. Yeah, I don't like this from SuperRando Bros.
Yeah, it kind of isolates that catfish check now.
Yeah,
If I was gonna go this way, I would have just gone to Pyramid and Catfish.
yeah, maybe mirror and check the island there if you hadn't seen it before, but don't waste your portal like that. He could have got something really good from Catfish that would have gave him a decent advantage.
Who knows? Maybe we have something good on Zora here. If we pull something like Boots, that'll be a big time advantage for him.
Yeah, for sure.
Or Zora could just be a big scam like usual.
Yeah, it does seem to be that way most of the time. Yep,
Just a piece of heart.
piece of heart. Did SuperRando Bros even go to Pyramid?
No.
Okay.
Swam from Hobo in the Dark World to Hylia Island.
There's not much
So
showing up so far.
far in Pod, we've got all keys in the front.
Fire Rod would be nice. Hook shot. Well, yeah, hook shot's
Ooh,
gonna be
and an
required.
accidental mirror there from norskmatty. Luckily, not too far into the dungeon. And there we have the map check from SuperRando Bros, who gets the bad news about Thieves Town being a pendant.
The big key in the Staffos basement. Yeah, I don't like going to VO here. You wanna do your crystals. He might with his loadout he might be feeling a little iffy about it. Wants to get something that'll help him.
Our VOO not giving us much here, but we are going to get a sick kid check with that bottle. Ether medallion, that might be useful depending on our medallion requirements for Meyer and TR. We got blue mail out of the rupee basement and pod. Always nice to have.
Yeah, that is nice. Definitely like seeing medallions earlier on.
Yeah, especially since you have two crystal dungeons that require them.
Yeah, it always feels really bad if you're on a medallion hunt. Got half magic in the dark maze.
Early Smith chain play from SuperRando Bros.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of not efficiency, but he's just clearing a lot. Yeah, I would have definitely went for the crystal though. But there's a lot not showing up. So he still needs... Still a lot of items he needs.
And so far, progression-wise, we haven't seen anything out of Pod. Just a couple of quality of life items.
Yeah, half magic is nice, but that's pretty much it. It's looking like they probably need to go to the mountain. Might even make a play for Green Pendant Hera.
Yeah, we do have a lot of items up on the mountain that we have access to.
Yeah, and it's all in logic with that lamp.
Board
Nice
is nice
Master
to
Sword
have too.
find. Yeah, that's always good. Oh yeah, I do see that. He's 5 rubies short of getting in the pod.
Yeah, that was one disadvantage to that Zora play. Left them strapped for cash.
Definitely just do a tier 1 triple and run over there.
Or where he's at right now, he could play the arrow game for a little bit of extra coin.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely do that. Because he has to spend 80 here.
And nice fight from norskmatty on Helma.
Pod looks empty, just half magic.
And that blue mail.
Oh, and the blue mail, missed that. And I missed what
Down
came
to
off
like
of the...
a piece of heart.
Okay.
So a vanilla take game tonight. And norskmatty is walking out of pod, so he's gonna go do pyramid catfish, it looks like. Oh, we're checking Saha.
Oh, okay, you never checked Saha. Maria's nice. Do you dip
Not
Hidden
gonna
East in
check
there?
pyramid here. Not with the whole mountain open.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot open. I would almost want to get something good that'll help me on the mountain before I go up there to
And in
potentially skip
Eastern
it.
is a slow dungeon. Always feels bad going there without boots.
Yeah. Especially if it's empty, then you waste all that time.
And just some money there on purple chest. Interesting there, I thought we might have seen an Agena play from SuperRando Bros.
Yeah, the only other time that's going to be good is if you get a flute or some boots. Or some boots. And you got that money for pod.
SuperRando Bros is gonna go make the pod play. Which again, we know won't have any progression. We'll get that cane out of Saha's closet as norskmatty makes his trip towards VOO.
Yeah, if,
So
sorry, go ahead.
both the runners just going over checks that the other one already did.
Yeah, it looks like
Question
so
is, will
far.
norskmatty dip into Thieves Town here? Because I don't think SuperRando Bros even checked the front of it.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing that he's really gotten with all his extra checks is the Master Sword for Pod.
The Master Sword isn't even really a big help for the Helmasaur fight.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a extra damage, I guess. Yeah, I would almost want to do the mountain before going to VOO here, after Pod, just so you don't want to do Thieves Town unless you know you have to. So get the mountain out of the way, maybe. Then when you get to Thieves Town, you know you just have to go in there.
Yeah, unfortunately, with our pendant layout, we have plenty of access to pendant dungeons, but none to crystals right now.
And we also haven't seen a Skull Woods dip. I don't think we've seen Graveyard Ledge either, or the Bumper Ledge.
Now, SuperRando Bros went straight south when they got into Dark World. norskmatty here can be a little bit more efficient with this south routing.
Yeah, he can even swim over to Catfish and Mirror to get Zora out of the way, since he left that.
The only thing is that he will be orphaning that purple chest check, which we already know is nothing, but could be weighing on his mind.
Yeah, that's just such a long check to do.
Now the big question is, what will our next item of progression be? We have the fire rod,
Definitely,
which would open up a lot.
yeah. Hookshot would be really nice. Yeah, hookshot would be actually really nice for swamp. You don't have to make a hookshotless swamp dip.
And it would also make a more efficient mountain play. Be able to get Hookshot Cave with everything else.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, so we are going to see at the very least the front of Thieves Town here.
Yeah, I don't like if you're doing Village of Outcast early, then you don't want to leave at least the front four of Thieves Town like Super Rando Bros did.
Maybe on their end, didn't want to get roped into going to the back if you don't find anything in the front.
Yeah.
It is a bit of a long dungeon to go through.
Yeah, for sure.
And so far, we've seen, I think, 2 items from the front. And we're going to get a save and quit. Interesting.
So Northwest, well, actually, all of North Dark World is pretty much put off. I would be going to the mountain. I mean, you also have the mirror though, so I would probably at least do Graveyard Ledge, Bumper Ledge, and then mirror and go up the mountain.
Yeah, at the very least, I would have checked. bumper ledge before mirroring instead of doing a save and quit.
Yeah, if you're already over in the Village of Outcasts, then you should be using that mirror.
What do you got for us today, old man? Just a piece of heart.
Giving norskmatty some love for helping him out. Not a full heart though. He's being a little stingy.
Ooh, and there we have
Tempered.
another sword.
Just some bombs. Yeah, that getting that temper's nice.
Yeah, no worries about having to do Master Sword, Silverless Ganon. Always nice.
Yeah, that's very nice. Not have to
And
worry
it
about that.
makes the eventual Cold Stare and Vidi fights and Trinex fights a lot easier.
Nice turtle room by Rando Bros.
$20 on Floating Island.
For this Eastern Mountain routing, I kind of like to go through, open up TR and use the mirror. You can get you can do Super Bunny Cave, then you can mirror and do Spiral Cave, so you don't have to climb back up.
I'm wondering if maybe he plans on dipping hair if he doesn't find any progression here.
Yeah, I would say at this point you definitely have to, because you're getting low on checks. If you don't dip hair here, then you got to dip Hookless Swamp, or do the other long like Pyramid to Catfish. There's just a lot of long checks after that.
Yeah, besides that, I think we have the front of Skullwoods and Graveyard Ledge, and that's about it. Ooh, and there we have the boots.
Oh yeah, neither have done the Back of Escape.
Yeah, it's a little surprising.
The book. Yeah, definitely go for another crystal. Get that desert out of the way, I'd say. With the Gina. They're both doing similar things, they just did it in a different order. And SuperRando Bros has done Hyrule Castle and norskmatty hasn't.
And Zora.
Oh yeah, and Zora.
And Todoroki is Ether, so gonna open that up right now. Can't go in yet. Well, could go in and do checks without the fire rod. Always fun.
Yeah, I would check Super Bunny and Hookshot Cave. And I would probably wanna do that. It's hard. You don't have a lot of stuff, so I don't know. I mean, there's a good decision to go to Crystal Desert, but if something's in TR, you gotta climb again. And you have to climb again without the hook shot. So that's a lot longer without the hook shot. I would probably just do it.
If that fire rod is sitting in that first chest of Total Rock, it would feel really bad to have to come back later on.
Yeah, for sure. You could get something like the flute, or even an ice rod, make you feel better.
The SuperRando bros checking the first two checks of Hera. We had a small key and a big key. So we're gonna go east for now. Nothing on Ether Tablet.
Norskmatty is most likely going to make the play for green pendant, since he's got the mountain pretty much done besides the TR dip.
Yep, is gonna climb the tower. With 3 items in here, I like this call.
Yeah, I would
Including the
definitely.
green pendant.
If you're leaving that for last and you go over to it, then you pretty much just do the green pendant. Oh,
Oh,
that feels bad.
yeah.
Oh man, all the way down. Now you might think I'll just leave the green pendant, but looks like SuperRando Bros lost the sword beams for the switch there, so I had to shoot an arrow. That always feels a bit annoying.
Yeah, those many mold ones do not like to cooperate. Gonna try the bomb jump again. This time
There you go.
has it, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
All for a compass. So, final item is on the boss.
Or the basement, you're really hoping it's on the boss.
Oh yeah, that's right. We had both keys on the first floor. Still haven't seen that small key yet, so you're hoping it's locked in its own chest.
Oh, they got the small key and the big key on the bottom.
Oh yeah.
So, you're definitely hoping there's an item right here.
Brain fart there. Yeah, we haven't seen the map yet.
I kind of hope that SuperRando Bros goes into TR here.
And we do see the map here. So does norskmatty go back in?
I would say if you're doing Hera, then you should make sure there's nothing in the basement at this point. Yeah, that's a good. I like that call.
Yeah, you've come this far with it. You gotta make the full commit to it.
Yeah. And he gets to have a coffee break. I really don't like leaving TR. I mean, it could be you get a bunch of keys and it takes really far, but if you don't get something, then you gotta reclimb again. Could be leaving the hook shot or something. MTR. Could be anything good, or could be nothing.
There's just some money in the
300.
basement.
Got some potion money.
So what are we gonna see here? That shovel check, I think. Yep.
Shovel, run back over and go to desert.
Yeah, that would be my play here. We're gonna see the bonk rocks check from SuperRando Bros. $20 on the dig spot. And 20 bucks in bonk rocks.
Now go over to King's Tomb. I'm not sure what you're gonna really work in with this. Could run over and dip skull, or just save and quit and go to desert. I usually like to try to work it in with something though, besides a save and quit. There's a fire rod. That's really nice.
Rod. Yeah, so that gives us access to Skullwoods and Ice Palace.
I would say I would probably, yeah, this is good to get rid of, get the sewers out of the way. I would have probably gotten the sewers out of the way a long time ago. Is that the small key in the, what's it called? Dark Cross.
I believe so, yeah.
Loot!
That book was required for desert access.
Yeah. I do like getting Skullwoods out of the way here with that fire rod find.
Yeah, you get that fire rod. You gotta follow that progression chain.
Yeah, I mean the only norskmatty is going to be able to activate this flute with doing Skullwoods. So SuperRando Bros will have to go back to CAC with nothing else to do but activate the flute.
I'm sure on SuperRando Bros side, hoping to find the flute before you go to desert won't happen, but
yeah,
that is your hope.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, so there's our first item out of Skullwoods. Just $20. Both of our runners will be even on their crystal counts, just with different crystals. Half magic, tempered sword should be a pretty easy fight on the moth side.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the same with the Lamola fight too. Just spam that fire rod.
Which he doesn't have the fire rod for Landmo here.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be a
Tempered
little
sword,
bit
though,
of a... Yeah.
it's pretty easy.
Yeah, definitely easy. Just feels really nice to be able to fire rod. Or ice rod. Looks like he's SuperRando Bros not going for the double poke. Using the fire rod. Should be a quick kill.
Yeah, Moth played pretty nice. That's that fight there. Gets a compass, so we still have one more item left in Skullwoods. Nice spin attack there. We get our third bottle.
With a fairy. So, hookshot, ice rod, and hoping that Meyer is ether.
Well, on norskmatty's side, we could find out pretty quick what our Meyer medallion requirement is once the flute's activated.
Looks like we're gonna get a pet check too.
Just a heart container. Oh, and we had a sword in Nagina's cave the whole time.
Wow.
We are not hurting for offense here.
Definitely not.
And norskmatty's gonna get his fire rod right now.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy fire rod location. And I believe he's gonna go to the back of escape. And after that, he's got a lot of good stuff to do. Oh.
Is not gonna do the back of escape.
Oh, he didn't do bonk rocks.
Now, I'm not sure if either one of our runners checked Lumberjack.
I don't believe... Yeah, I can't remember.
In open mode, that's usually a check I like to do when I do bonk rocks.
Yeah, that's true. Get that out of the way.
Otherwise, I'm just constantly thinking about which one of my progression items is sitting in there.
Yeah, it feels really bad if you're checking it later or even last locating it without even looking at it. Which SuperRando Bros can mirror and check it right now, but looks like he's gonna keep the anxiety going.
We do find out that Bumper Ledge is just a single rupee.
So far, execution-wise, looking the same.
Both runners making very similar plays, just in different order. Now, I think on SuperRando Bros side, we might see Pyramid and Catfish here.
Yeah, I'm not... I mean, yeah, that's okay. Like, you can just swim over. I'd be really...
If you're gonna do the graveyard, the ledge check, there's not gonna be a faster time to come over here.
Yeah, you don't want to isolate it. He does have Pyramid Ledge, which is kind of...
Oh, and there's the ice rod.
That's a really good find. That could be pretty bad for norskmatty. since
Yeah, with
norskmatty
how
has a lot of good stuff.
exactly.
He's not gonna want to go all the way up to catfish. And he's also not going to be able to do a pyramid ferry up to catfish to kind of work that in. Like some people will do it with the pyramid ferry, but TR's our second red crystal.
Yeah, very good point. I see Bombo's tablet here. Or not.
Looks like it was just a bunch of stuck pixels.
Yeah, so this is good for SuperRando Bros. Gonna get his flute here.
Yeah, that's an easy flute location. Just follow your crystals, and you'll get it.
And on SuperRando Bros side, depending on the medallion for Meyer, could be just a hook shot from Pro mode.
Is norskmatty gonna go? Has he already done Graveyard Ledge?
No.
So he might do Graveyard Ledge over to catfish. But he could also be thinking, I need to get all these crystals done that I have.
Now, did he activate his flute before coming to Skullwoods?
I honestly, I want to say he did, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
He's mirroring out of there, so
Ooh, he's isolating Graveyard Ledge, and he's probably thinking do Pyramid Catfish Graveyard Ledge. Well, he doesn't have hookshot though, so yeah, he's definitely just wanting to get his crystals done.
which I don't blame him.
Yeah,
and
for
it is
sure.
Ether medallion, so SuperRando Bros is a hook shot from Go mode.
And he has a lot of good places to check for it.
Yes, indeed.
Meyer Ice, TR. Then you're hoping you get that before Swamp. So far, that Ice Rod at Catfish is a really good find.
Yeah, I don't see norskmatty going there for quite a while.
Yeah, that's pretty much the biggest divergence they have. Everything else has been along their paths. SuperRando Bros getting his 4th sword.
So we'll likely see a flute activation here, and then the question is, where does he want to go? My guess probably would be Ice Metals.
Yeah, I would say you want to do. You want to hope that hookshot. Well, hookshot has less of a chance of being ice palace too, because it could be ice or hookshot locked.
Yeah, that is true. It could go to Meyer first, find out that they have the medallion to go in there, and then do that first.
Yeah, it is nice to be able to. If it
That
was
way
a
you know what you need for go mode.
yeah, if it was a Godmire though, and you had hookshot, then it would feel really nice to Godmire. But it looks like it's not. So norskmatty on 3 hearts.
Yeah, the enemies in Meyer do a lot of damage.
No powder. Does have a red potion.
Oh, gets a nice
There
refill
we
there.
go. Got that refill. Yep. He waited for the anti-fairy, but ended up waiting too long.
Not as happy as you'll ever be to see a piece of heart.
That's such a good spot for the rail clip there. Definitely something to learn.
And there's our big key.
Able to skip out on that. Well, he might still have to do cutscene for hookshot. I don't think he's found any items at all, right?
Yeah, just got the piece of heart from the
Oh, right, piece of heart.
chest north of the torch room, so he's going to go to cutscene chest here. Not going to take the 50-50 chance.
Yeah, I kind of like doing it, but it also feels bad if you have to go back in and do the Meyer insurance room and all that. I think yeah, he missed that. He missed that Wizrobe there on the bottom again.
Yeah, it was just a
SuperRando
little
side.
bit too far off screen to get hit by that sword beam.
Oh, he missed it again.
Some rage slashes there.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely want to set yourself up to be able to hit it, and instead of walking around the rail and missing it again.
Alright, so let's see if we could have skipped this chest. Nope, that's the boomerang. So probably would have came back in for that chest. He went straight to the boss.
Yeah. And it looks like he also found the best boomerang, so that's good. Definitely don't want to find the red junk boomerang.
Alright, so now the big question is, where is our hookshot?
Most likely gonna be TR's looking good or Pyramid Fairy. I'm gonna say it's in the front of TR and they could have got it 30 or 20 minutes ago or something.
I did have a hookshot there recently.
Yeah.
Felt bad.
Yeah, I've had hookshot at the front or even fire rod. I've had a lot of bows in TR too. So could be finding silvers there. No invincibility, speaking of having silvers. Gonna do the NMG strats.
Yes, indeed. Oh, takes a hit
Didn't
from
take-
the eyeball there.
Ooh, really needs to use that red potion.
Yeah, you do not want to take a death here.
Yeah, looks like he wasn't getting the the invincibility from the poison damage. He was walking up too early, maybe?
I think one of those eyeballs jumped out at him.
Yeah, you gotta walk right into that poison and get the invincibility.
Does a good job on the second try, though. And down goes Patrias.
For a compass, now he can navigate his way through mire.
Yep, knows exactly where the boss is.
He can also pause menu to see what the boss was.
Which will be a very good feature to utilize next week when we have Enemizer.
Yeah, that's very true. SuperRando Bro's taking some damage here. 4 hearts, but also has a red potion. I don't believe he's used it. Buy 2 blue potions.
Yeah, with all those rupees, definitely a good idea to buy some potions.
Yeah.
And I think we might also have a fairy in one of those bottles.
Yeah, the compass shows the bosses on the item menu instead of the pause menu.
Yeah, I believe it used to just be a skull to show where the boss was. But the most recent update added the boss icons, which is very good for boss shuffle mode.
Yeah, very, very good.
Unless the compass is on the boss.
Which seems to happen a lot. I'm surprised.
I know it has in our practice deeds.
Yes.
Alright, so we're getting the Ice Palace play from norskmatty here.
Got an item already. Be interesting to see if Ice Palace is hookshot locked. Then you'll know that it can't be a Pyramid Fairy. Which I'm not too smart with the key logic there, so I have to have some other people tell me if it's hookshot locked or not. SuperRando Bros is taking a little bit of a weird strategy. Not knowing the NMG strat makes the fight a little bit difficult without invincibility or silvers.
And on blue mail, those eyeballs packed a punch.
But he's damage boosting, so might have just been feeling a little bit nervous to start it out with that.
But does a good job after that initial trouble.
Sure. Was that a key in the vanilla big key chest?
It was, yes.
And a big key on spike chest. So I have no idea if that's his hookshot locked or not. I think it is if there's a key in the big chest. Since the
Yeah, if the small key is in the big chest, then that's definitely hookshot locked.
Since you got the big key on the hookshot side.
Or if it's on the boss. So I believe if the key is in Iced Tea Room, I think it's not hookshot locked because of where the big key was.
We're gonna have to get some. Yeah, that sounds right.
You wouldn't be able to open that door, but yeah, the other small key is either in the big chest or on the boss. So this dungeon is hookshot locked.
So hookshot cannot be Pyramid Fairy. Feel free to correct us, chat. Because I am not sure, honestly. I know it's definitely got to do with the small keys being hookshot locked. So Hitman sounds right. Yeah, definitely way above my figure too. All I do is push buttons on my controller. That's pretty much it.
And SuperRando Bros is gonna make the TR play here.
That's the decision. You want to find hookshot down from the mountain because now if you
It will have to do an extra mountain climb if the hookshot's not up there.
Yeah.
But I think at this point, what do we have where it could be? That's not in TR. We have the pyramid ledge.
Pyramid ledge. 2 items were left in Thieves Town, and a swamp dip without hookshot.
And I don't believe we've seen the green pennant turn in yet, right?
No green pennant turn in, and they haven't dipped Eastern at all.
Yeah.
And we also still haven't seen Lumberjack.
Yes, that's true.
And Spike Cave, which is in Logic. Yeah, you don't want to do TR before all of your other crystals. You could find go mode before TR, then you're going straight to GT after.
Save a mountain trip, yeah. And we are going to see the pyramid from norskmatty here, which is good because that should lead him to also to catfish and his ice rod.
Yeah, he's gonna get his ice rod.
Looking for that spin speed, but did not get it. And just 20 bucks. Yeah, and norskmatty has not done the front of escape yet.
Yeah, he's gonna be spending a bit of time.
So this is gonna be a bit of a time sink here.
Yeah, there's a chance that ice is hookshot locked, so, but there's also a chance that you just go hookshot in there. So I definitely wouldn't be doing TR before that. Yeah, going straight from TR to GT is way better than
always feels nice.
Yeah. Definitely better than not go moding ice.
Yeah, with Icebreaker, full clearing Ice Palace doesn't take too much time compared to a go mode.
Yeah, the only thing out of the way is going to be Ice Tea, which you can usually work in pretty good.
And we did have a vanilla big key in Turtle Rock, so it won't be too much longer of a clear than it would have been if this was go mode.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I do want to thank, apologize if I get the pronunciations wrong, but I want to thank Arteril for restreaming, No Chibato for tracking, Hitman for commentating, Chat for viewing,
and our runners for running.
Yeah, and the runners, give them a follow. norskmatty and SuperRando Bros.
Being on a nice race here for us tonight. Or this morning if you're over in Europe.
Nice use of that superior boomerang to grab the large magic there. Yeah, you gotta feel pretty bad when you're finding an ice rod like this.
On the plus side, though, at least norskmatty did not dip Turtle Rock without it.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, that would feel really, really bad if you do that. Gonna get, I think it was a piece of art from Zora? I can't remember.
Yes, it was.
Still no
SuperRando
silvers.
Bros making their way to the laser bridge.
Yeah, we need to get some invincibility or some silvers. At this point, you use you do the safety door if you're not feeling too good about those laser skips.
Yeah, took a hit on each of the first two chests.
Ooh. Oh, there you go, yep. Oh, we got a fairy. Forgot about that. Got the small gate at the bottom, and is this gonna be a hook shot? Nope. So I'm... What? Oh. I thought he just mirrored to the entrance for a second. I was like... I thought he was gonna pull a Hitman where you left TR in one of our practices.
I had a feeling you'd bring that up.
Which we practice a lot, so it's understandable. Sometimes you just think TR is a pendant or you can't do Trinex.
Alright, so Gold Sword Trinex shouldn't be too difficult. Was gonna try to get behind Trinex there, but ran to the spike.
Yeah, and with that gold sword, he only needed to shoot his ice rod once.
Yeah,
A little
Gold
bit too
Sword
far
is...
to the... Yeah, gold sword's nice. But yeah, he was a little bit too far to the left, hit the spikes.
And one thing to point out too, both of our runners remembering that they do not have the hook shot for that torch room in the front of TR.
Oh yeah, that feels bad. Got arrows. I'm gonna assume that he checked Mimic Cave, I just didn't see it.
Yeah, it was nothing.
And...
Now so on SuperRando Bros side, you gotta figure it's gonna go to Ice Palace here.
he hasn't done hair either.
That is true, yes.
I would almost do hair and just check green pendant.
Oh, he also didn't do
Ice Rod Cave.
Ice Shard Cave earlier.
Yeah, they haven't done the back of Thieves Town. There's 2 items in there.
We have the entirety of Eastern Palace.
Eastern Palace. I wouldn't have left Para when you're on top of the mountain.
Which again goes into that Ice Palace play before doing Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
I was on SuperRando Bros side, hoping that it's just an Ice Palace. Whereas norskmatty after this will be able to turn in the green pendant and do Eastern.
Yep. Yeah, SuperRando Bros could have done Hera into Spike Cave. Out of logic, but could be in there.
Yeah, we could be looking at a cane or a cape sitting in one of our other pendant dungeons for logical access.
We're pretty sure Ice is hookshot locked, so hookshot could not be in Pyramid Fairy. And they also have in Dip Swamp. So we could get hookshot in Swamp. Left side Swamp.
Always fun.
Or Vanilla. Yeah, with the big key on left side.
Yeah, that would be gross.
Yeah, I would definitely do green pendant. Eastern, and that's hard decision to make with such an early location that you could have done. But yeah, probably green pendant to Eastern and then dip swamp before back of Thieves Town, I would say. I don't know though.
So both of our runners here pretty much even at this point in terms of checks that they have. Big advantage for norskmatty is having that green pendant from Hera.
Yeah, that's going to be a really big advantage. Even if it's out on green pendant, if SuperRando Bros decides to do it, he has to climb the mountain again for Hera. Yeah, this is a pretty bad hookshot location. Spike. Yeah, it was small key was vanilla and ice. Big key was on spike test. I can't remember what atrium was though. I think that was an item.
Yeah, it was a heart container. The third key was on the bus. I mean the second key, small key.
Yeah.
Which in logic you need the big key to get to, which was locked behind a key door. So yeah.
Norskmatty not going for the backdoor strats.
Playing it safe.
Still, nope, misses the zero cycle. I don't know if you can do the zero cycle from the front.
I know I never have. Gets a nice double spin there.
Yeah, he was at a good position. SuperRando Bros earlier was a little bit too far to the left.
And yeah, that hook shot could just be sitting in cannonball chest.
Yeah, or Lumberjack, they could have seen it an hour ago. Or, oh yeah, we've got a shovel, so could find the mushroom.
Or powder. We have a couple of fetch quests out there still.
Yeah. Yeah, I honestly can't
norskmatty
remember.
is finally gonna check the back of escape here.
Wow, that's a really late back of escape.
1 hour, 16 minutes in. And I think it looks like SuperRando Bros is gonna make the Swamp Palace play here. Well,
Wow.
could be Pyramid Fairy too if they don't know about
Oh.
the key logic.
Yeah, it looks like Pyramid Fairy. That's gonna feel bad.
But I don't think they check Pyramid Ledge either. So
Yeah, they've done Smith Chain. Oh yeah, it hasn't done Pyramid Ledge yet. Yeah, if norskmatty knows about the key logic there, then he'll save a lot of time not doing Pyramid Fairy, which looks like he does.
yeah, it looks like he's going to do the probably do the green pendant turn in first, and then go into Eastern.
Yeah, so far norskmatty's routing has put him in a better position. Wow.
All right, so if Super
Oh.
Rando Bros doesn't go to Hera, they'll save a lot of time there.
Oh, that wasn't. I was thinking he wasn't going to Eastern, but I don't know if that's quicker. It doesn't feel quicker to do it like that. If you're at Saha, then I think you just go. I didn't see what Pyramid Fairy had.
Just $20 in each chest.
Okay. Yeah, so it's either Eastern, Lumberjack, Thieves Town, or Swamp.
Yeah, I don't believe Super Rando Bros checked the shovel earlier, so they're going to do that now.
At this point, you pretty much just have to hope Super Rando Bros doesn't make the green pendant Eastern play if Hookshot's not an Eastern.
Yeah, where do they flute from here? Let's see. Going
Swamp
back
dip?
to 4, so could be Swamp. Hey, there's our cape.
I think we've seen Bumper Ledge.
So now Spike Cave is in logic with that cape.
Ah. Cape and Bottle, or Half Magic.
And we have half magic and bottles.
This Swamp play could be really big,
Yeah.
but I'm looking at that Spike Cave on my tracker, and it's
Calling out to you.
it's looking good. Yeah, it's calling at me. I just click on the cape and it turns green, and I just want to do it.
It looks like we got all 3 items out of Eastern.
So we have to. If you're really hoping for Super Rando Bros, then you gotta hope it's in Swamp.
And norskmatty looks like is going to make the Thieves Town play.
Wow, not even going for. I would definitely go for Spike Cave here. You're not
That's
going to be
kind
able
of
to.
interesting because on norskmatty's side they did dip the front of Thieves Town, so I think there's only 2 items left in there.
Yeah, he got 2, so there's only 2 left.
I don't think he
Or.
checked Bumper Ledge.
Ooh, yeah. This is just costing them some extra time for not routing it in earlier.
Yeah, with that cape though, wanting to know.
And still not looking at Lumberjack.
Yeah, we still don't know if Lumberjack is the answer or not.
Probably sit on Lumberjack at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Neither runner checking Lumberjack. It's almost like
Yeah.
not checking the old man start in cross keys.
Yeah. Oh man, watch it be on Lumberjack. We're gonna have a good interview. And norskmatty, that's a lot of time spent just for 2 checks.
Red mail and swamp. So now we find out, is it left side swamp?
Yeah, I really hope it is if you're rooting for SuperRando Bros, because that's a lot of time that norskmatty's not gonna have. He's gonna get hookshot before if it's not here.
And on norskmatty's side, did a pause check there to see how many items they had left in the dungeon.
If it's not in Swamp or Thieves Town, then you gotta hope norskmatty dips Swamp before Spike Cave. Then they'll both be pretty much even, but I would definitely not dip Swamp before Spike Cave, but you never know. I wouldn't be dipping Thieves Town before Spike Cave.
And with every check they do, that lumberjack becomes more and more likely to have that hookshot sitting there.
Yeah, or hookshot or Spike, or lumberjack or Spike Cave. There's another item. There's one item left in Thieves Town. I don't know if norskmatty's seen Ped, so he might make the pendant play. I don't know. That'll cost him some time if he goes for pendant, since we know Ped's nothing. Have they seen Lumberjack? I can't even remember.
There's the hookshot on left side swamp.
Wow.
So 1 hour, 24 minutes, and 6 seconds. SuperRando Bros is the first one to go mode.
That's huge. We got a mushroom. That's all the items out of Thieves Town.
That mushroom will take norskmatty further from going into swamp.
Oh my gosh, that's such a... Oh, he's... I think SuperRando Bros is excited there. He forgot to grab the small key.
Yeah, I've done that before.
This is looking like a pretty big upset win for 6 points versus 24 points.
And just a piece of heart. We're gonna see the purple chest from norskmatty.
Ooh. This has gotta feel really bad. And he's going to K45, or I'm not sure what he's done in the south.
I think he's done everything. So I'm not sure why he's walking with the chest.
Yeah, definitely mirror and flute there, unless you haven't done K45.
Or yeah, there you go. Now he's running with it. If you're planning on doing swamp after that, then I like this play to just mirror over there.
Yeah, definitely.
If he's gonna do the swamp play, will be about a whole swamp palace behind on SuperRando Bros.
Yeah, that's a long hookshot find. All the way in left side swamp, so... He's gotta be several minutes behind. When he... yeah. Looks like he's SuperRando Bros too close for the fire rod strat. Gotta be up a little bit higher so you can not poke. There's a quake.
Nice useless Quake medallion. All right, so that is crystal number 7 for SuperRando Bros.
And going straight to GT.
So what number do you think the GT Big Key will be in?
Uh, 21.
Oof. I will go with number 8.
We gotta ask chat. Gotta pick a number between 1 and 22.
Where will the Big Key be?
If you guess it right, Hitman will pay you $5,000 in cash.
Is Monopoly money okay?
In Monopoly money. That's the disclaimer. The fine print. And we also will not see a cape from SuperRando Bros. Might find the blue cane. I would do Hookshot Cave here, look for the silvers. It's pretty quick. Oh, skipping Hookshot Cave. I don't like that. That's gotta be less than 30 seconds for silver find. Potentially.
So we feel a little bit behind, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Just at this time you're thinking, I mean that hookshot was a good find though, so I wouldn't know how to feel if I was SuperRando Bros at this point.
A small key in 1 and a small key in 2.
Ooh, not going right side. I don't believe GT routing will have any effect here though.
Check number 3 is just some bombs.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. I guess it's finding silvers in Hookshot Cave. You could have an easier one cycle landmo, much quicker Ganon. It's not useful on the climb besides landmo.
So it wasn't in DM room. So our next check will be number 8 in the firebar room. And just some more bombs. Lots of bombs in GT.
Oh, that was an interesting blue boom throw. I've never seen it thrown up and then move to the right.
Now what happened on norskmatty's side? I saw they got the compass. Did they... Yeah, they did not hit the switch.
Ooh. Yeah, just cementing in the time loss there.
And we had a small key in number 9.
No,
Sounded
not
like
seeing.
money.
Yeah, we need those ears, Hitman.
So that's 13 checks and still no big key.
Looking like I'm gonna get that 5,000 Monopoly money.
And norskmatty getting their hook shot.
Definitely has got to be feeling really bad.
Yeah, especially after the Eastern and the Thieves Town plays.
Yeah. Which, not a bad play if you're doing green pendant. Yeah, the Thieves Town one is the only one that would feel really bad. Yes, and SuperRando Bros could have had silvers from Hookshot Cave here, potentially. That saves a bit of time. Especially when they're splitting apart like this. Saving his arrows. Yeah, that's a pretty bad hookshot spot. Left side swamp. I mean, it could have been worse. Swamp could have been a pendant.
Alright, so that's 17 down. 5 to go.
SuperRando Bros gonna meme check tile room here. The answer is probably no.
So if it's not in tile room and norskmatty goes full right, save a bunch of time in GT.
Which I'm a big fan of the Hope Room, right? So I would hope norskmatty does that.
And
Wow,
it is
tile room.
tile room.
We got
So,
any 22s?
We got any? We do not.
So no one wins.
Closest guess was 18.
You can keep your money, Hitman.
We'll have to roll it over till next game.
Every time someone doesn't win, it just grows more and more. SuperRando Bros going for those tile dodging strats.
Yeah, with no
Swerving
cape.
and dodging and weaving. Looks like he's gonna have to kill the mini Helma too with one key. So unless norskmatty meme checks tile room, then he's got to be even further and further behind. Unfortunately.
Yeah, we'll likely see a full clear of the basement. But if we get that meme check, then we got ourselves a potential race.
A closer race, yeah.
Yeah, norskmatty here definitely has to be feeling behind with those pendant plays.
Yeah, for sure. A near last location. I think the only thing he had left was Spike Cave. This would be extremely interesting if he actually does check tile room. Doesn't look like it. I've been really thinking about doing it when I start racing. It almost never pays off, but when it does pay off, it's hilarious. I haven't actually done it in a race, I just wanted to. Does anyone know how much time Tile Room actually takes to complete?
It's 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's a pretty good chunk of time.
SuperRando Bros making quick work of the gauntlet.
Ooh, that looked like a short hop. Oh man, if you got those silvers from Hookshot Cave. Nah, I don't even know if they're in there.
Well, we certainly know where they were not, and that's the GT basement. Maybe could be in the big chest.
Ah, yep.
But if we don't find them on the climb here again, it will give us a hint as to where they are.
Alright. I like when you like the... Ooh, getting hit by the laser there. Looks like he's skipping through time. I have to check if that's legal or not.
Not gonna check the chest up here.
Oh, he was too far down. Yeah, you gotta throw that bomb when you're a little above the conveyor. Are we gonna get silvers and validation? Nope.
Yeah, if he's watching the race time room right now, he's got to be saying, I really hope I don't see it that done here.
Yeah, I would definitely be checking for silvers just to save the time on Ganon.
I think that was only a single hit.
Ooh, got a blue ball too. Looks like a 1-on-1 so far. Oh,
Maybe not.
oh wow.
Yeah, norskmatty now gets the bad news that it is tile room.
This has a cape. Yeah, it's gonna be a really easy Ganon fight.
Yeah, that butter sword
Does
makes
have
it
to
easy
do the
to get the
12.
1-on-1.
Sorry. Does have to do the 12 spins though without the silvers. I think he has a blue potion.
Definitely has a fairy, I know that.
I remember seeing norskmatty buy 2. I don't remember if SuperRando did or not. Not going for the free spin. Yeah, Silver's Run GT climb. Or big chest.
Or a big chest.
Yeah, I would definitely be checking the climb at least.
Not going for the triples here.
Yeah, if I was SuperRando Bros, I'd be really feeling really nervous. Your opponent could dot down at any time.
Surprised not using the fire rod.
Yeah, I would go for triples, but it just depends on the execution. If you're not comfortable with it, then
Ooh. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get hit by the bat right there. And down goes Ganon. So get the GGs in chat for SuperRando Bros. Gonna take this one.
GG's, yep. Giving us a good show.
With an official race time of 1:43.51. Like norskmatty's gonna finish this one out.
We'll see if we can get SuperRando Bros in for an interview. Maybe we'll get norskmatty and SuperRando Bros together. Win is 3 points, right? So that should be 9.
Yep. 3 points
Nice.
for a victory.
Always feels good to get a victory in.
Yeah, one thing for sure, we have a lot of really good runners in the Open League. There's no free wins.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, so the silvers were not in the mini Helmsaur room. We had 2 more checks before the Agatu fight.
We're gonna get the pre-mold arm. Silvers, there we go.
Yeah, so norskmatty will have a little bit of a faster Ganon fight.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if there's not much, you've done pretty much all the checks, then I'd say checking the climb is you have a high chance of getting silvers.
Yeah, because I believe all they had left was Spike Cave and GT Big Chest. And we are joined here by SuperRando Bros. GG's on the win.
Hey, thank you guys.
So how about that hook
GG's.
shot?
It hurt, and I was really scared because I felt like I really put it off. I wasn't terribly worried because I resisted the urge to do every single pendant dungeon first. But I mean, I know Norse Matty's a very good runner, and I was worried I was behind the entire race. So
Yeah, it definitely has to feel not as bad since you didn't do the other pendants. Um, but yeah, definitely that's a pretty bad hookshot location.
it always hurts real bad.
You're always hoping for a nice go mode swamp when hookshot's your go mode, but not to be today.
Oh no! And having to do the left side the slowest of the slow ways is just terrible.
Yeah, it couldn't even be on the left side chest. Had to be on the right one.
I had to drop down both times for sure.
Yeah, norskmatty unfortunately didn't hit the switch, so they had to go all the way back.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's gotta feel even worse. But yeah, it was good running. I mean, execution wise, you both seemed about the same. So I mean, it was a good show.
Yeah, I really wanted to race Matty. I've raced the other guys on his team. I was really excited to have the opportunity to race him. Um, it's it's awesome. I've had so much fun with this tournament, even though my team is not doing super awesome. Um, but it's been really nice to be able to play in this kind of setup. It's stretched our skills a lot. It's made us play modes we don't know or are very uncomfortable with. It's kind of introduced us to some new rando, so it's cool, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a good experience playing in the league. Alright, and norskmatty takes down Ganon with the silvers. Made quick work of him.
Yeah,
Oh, he
and
got silvers. Where'd they end up at?
Pre-Moldworm chest.
Oh, all right.
So get your GGs in chat for norskmatty.
looks like we got an official race time of 1:49.00. And we'll see if we can get norskmatty in here. Looks like. All right, yeah, looks like we got him in the waiting room. GG's, norskmatty.
GG's.
GG, Matty.
GG, SuperRando, brothers.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it was a good race. It was a good race to watch. Hookshot was a really bad location. How are you feeling?
Well, I mean, you know, Hookshot and Swamp. I didn't go there till very late, which is, I think, understandable. But yeah, it was a seed.
Yeah,
Yeah, it always feels bad when the hookshot's in Swamp Palace, especially all the way on left side.
yeah. The
Yeah,
only. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah. I mean, and it also it never feels great to have it be almost the last place you go look anywhere. But that's the breaks.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad location. The only other
It was a pretty.
thing. Sorry, I don't mean to
That's
keep
right.
cutting people off.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the only other thing that was different between you was SuperRando Bros getting the ice rod earlier. He routed in the catfish with the graveyard ledge, so that kind of helped a little bit. But the hook shot was definitely the biggest find.
Yeah, it was a pretty quick seed up until that hookshot not showing up.
Yeah, it felt really good early on. Had a lot of progression and a lot of the world opened up, and I was just like, where do I go? And I just kind of played for density, and then I really just gambled going straight into swamp. So
Yeah, it's definitely just a chance of where it's at. Like you got pretty bad stuff to do. Like which one do you do first?
exactly.
Something else that could have been bad for you, Super Rando Bros, is norskmatty had Hera done, so that would have been a pretty bad if it was on Green Pendant.
Oof. Yeah, I never would have gotten that, man. He would have finished way before me.
um, Yeah, I was really hoping whenever you first went into the Dark World that you were gonna go up to Pyramid and Catfish and mirror to Zora, but you ended up doing the floating island, and yeah, I was hoping you was gonna, since you saved and quit from after Mini Moldorm, I was hoping you were
Yeah.
gonna kind of work in Catfish with the Zora area.
We still
Yeah,
got it in relatively early.
yeah. It felt really isolated for a while, and then when I realized I was going to go up to Graveyard Ledge, I was like, okay, this isn't too bad. Um, you know, if it had been something more like a hammer or a glove, my heart would have caved in. But Ice Rod, you only really need it if you got to go kill Trinix. So I knew it wasn't going to change too much.
Yeah, and we're also pretty sure that Ice Palace was hookshot locked, so the hookshot couldn't have been in Pyramid Fairy. But you also hadn't done Pyramid Ledge at that point either, so
Yeah, Pyramid Ledge was another one that I was going to really cry hard about if that was where the hookshot ended up.
Yeah, I ended up getting that with Front of Escape because I put that off for a very long time. It was in the back of my mind, but um, in the end, that wasn't the problem.
Yeah.
yeah, Harrow Castle was pretty much all just junk. Nice to be able to find the silvers on the climb though. There wasn't much else it could have been. So yeah, I would definitely be checking the chest
Yeah,
on the climb.
especially on your end, having cleared out the pendant dungeons.
Yeah, there's very little there's very few places it could have been other than that. What with the big key on the tile room and everything, that was a real cherry on the top for that one.
Yeah. Yeah, we were all hoping
Well,
you
me
were
too.
gonna just meme route in Tower Room first. It would have been a lot like I think if you had memed it in, he was doing the Super Rando Bros was at the I think he was just starting to climb. So
Yeah,
it
I
would
think it
have
was in the
been
beginning of the gauntlet.
yeah. So that would have been really interesting.
Yeah, but
That would have been a
I'm probably
race.
never gonna do that.
Yeah, I've never actually done that in a race. It's just whenever you see it happen, you just think maybe I should start doing that. But it's such a small chance. How about we got some final thoughts from norskmatty?
Oh no, I mean just GG Super Rando Brothers. Nice job.
Thanks, man. GG.
Yeah, any final thoughts from Super Rando Bros?
Thank you to all you guys. The restreams are awesome. I never really thought I'd be in competitive rando like this. It's super fun. It's like low stakes infamy, but it's really nice to have a crew of guys who take it seriously and put it out there professionally, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
thank you
you for
guys
running.
for running.
Yeah, this is actually my first commentary, so I'm glad it was this race. This was a good race to watch. At least I would feel bad playing it, but yeah, thanks for the racing. Give these guys a follow. We can get the command. I think it's like follow the racers. Thanks Arteril for restreaming. Thanks who do we have on? We have Nochibato on tracking. Thanks Hitman for commentating with me.
And thank you,
And
Foy.
yeah, I'm glad to be here. Love this tournament. This is great, and I guess we'll just wrap it up. I don't know if we have any more races going, but yeah, GG's.
Thanks, guys. GG. Have a good night.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good one.
Yeah, yeah, you too. All right. Well, thanks chat for watching. And you got any last words, Hitman?
Nope. Thank you again to the runners, our restreamer Arturo, Tracker Nachiboto, and thanks to you for commenting this with me.
Yeah, for sure. Watch or look at ALTTPRleague.com for some future races, and have a good night, everybody.